literally like seconds. Like it
Okay,
should be
just making
back
sure.
up right now. Okay, so sorry guys, the stream crapped out and I don't know why, and it tried to reconnect, but I am on Wi-Fi in another part of the house, and I'm probably trying to do too much all at once. But yeah, so anyway, so the DM recaps some lore about elves that gives them some extra knowledge. Can you just you don't have to tell the story, but can you just recap what affected Han and Lily? I mean, on Vanya.
So basically, Vanya was able to block the attack of this ghoul as she walked by it. But as she blocked its attack, she remembered pieces and bits of lore that elves are immune to a ghoul's touch, and her 3 companions are all elves, but she's a human, and so she would be subject to the ghoul's touch if they were to attack her, whereas her elven friends are not. So they definitely have a big advantage in this fight, being elves. Or Erevan and Zoe might have already been affected by this touch. But Vanya needs to be extra careful. But she's just charged past the first ghoul, and she is pretty much safe until she gets to the Mimic, which is to be determined. How far has she moved? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh. So I guess if we're counting diagonals, kind of, and I'm being generous, she could probably get right here.
Sorry guys, I'm back.
No problem. Okay, so the cleric is back, and I'm going to move her here, but I will double check that's where she wants to move, just to remember how far she can move. Can you hear me, Vanya?
Yes.
Okay, so you were trying to get to Big E, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you are able to move from your original square here. You are able to move down like this, and then over like this. It's not giving me the right shape. Snap to grid, diagonal, visible. Of course it doesn't go around corners. Anyway, here is 5, and then to here is 20, so that's 25. So right here would put you at 30. But what I'm doing is, because you have to cut corners twice, even though they're very sharp corners, I'm going to be generous because I don't want you guys to die to this mimic. And say that you can just barely make it here, but you could probably see him from here anyway. But so you can either be here, here, or anywhere in between. Where would you like to be ending your move?
Right here.
All right, and so you've made it through all the hustle and bustle of the ghouls, and the clang of the claws are behind you, and you see Biggie standing, holding his, I'm assuming, left hand, and holding a sword in the right hand. And his left hand appears to be completely melded into this creature's chin as it opens its gaping mouth and lashes its tongue out around, getting ready to consume him slowly.
Help, please! Help! Help! I'm gonna shoot! Help!
What would you like to do with your action?
Chicka, 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 chicka.
Okay. Uh-oh. How unfortunate.
Wait,
I was planning this. You never told me what to do.
Wait, she used her action to cast Sacred Flame on Ghoul C.
Did she? Did she attack first and then move?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof. Okay. Well, next is the Mimic's turn.
No.
You did roll. Did like you resolved her Sacred Flame, right? Did it take damage?
It missed.
It saved?
Yeah.
The ghoul made a dexterity save?
Yeah.
Bull crap.
D20 goes all the way up to 20.
yeah.
So the good point. Okay. I would have taken advantage of that and just let her get a free action. But yeah, that's a good. Yeah, very, very. You know what? Vanya gets inspiration for that. Even though it was technically Biggie that did it. But yeah, Vanya gets an inspiration if we remember to use that. So it's the Mimic's turn. It's not going to kill you in one hit. It can't deal that much damage. But you are subjected to its adhesive trait, and so it will. It
can't kill you. It can't kill you in one hit. Kills you in one hit.
No, I mean maybe 2 hits. So it reaches out its tongue and starts to kind of like it's gonna lick you, but then it realizes that it's holding on to you, and so it raises a door-shaped hand, like it looks like a door coming off of the door, stretches out from its side and reaches above you and goes to smack you in the head. And it swings down at you, and it's holding you still, so you can't move easily. And it smacks you straight in the side of the head and deals some damage. And you're going to take 6 bludgeoning damage. And you are still grappled. But it does not additionally grapple you because you're already grappled. It's adhesive. It's adhered to you. One escape would escape from it, but yeah, it smacked you in the side of the head with advantage because it was holding you still. How much damage did I say? 6.
Yeah, just bludgeoning, no acid damage.
Yep, just bludgeoning. It looks like as its tongue laps above you, its saliva drips down to the floor and sizzles into the floor. But it took the opportunity to smack you in the side of the head with its pseudopod while it had you tied down. So that was the mimic's turn. And that's all it's gonna do. It's just gonna stand there and smack you in the head. Zoe, it is your turn.
All right, I would like to attack Goblin C again.
All right. With your short sword?
My short sword, sorry.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so you raise your silvered short sword and aim to drive it through the ghoul's body.
18 to hit.
With an 18 to hit and 9 damage. What is this one? C, you said?
C.
You raise your short sword and plunge it forward, and the ghoul dodges out of the way, but then your blow continues to move around, and it comes back towards you, and you pierce it straight through the back of the skull, and its head rips off of its body as your short sword shatters its skull, and its body collapses to the ground.
Oh, right. Ghouls kebabs. All right. Do I get a second attack on the... Can I use my second attack on the other one? I can't remember how that works.
I think you can. Let me just look it up real quick. I haven't done that in a long time.
I haven't had to either in a long time, so I don't remember.
I think it's after you make the action, you can use your bonus action. It doesn't have to be the same target, I don't believe. Let me just find the rule here. I don't want to keep looking it up. I thought it'd be faster. So yes, you can, as long as it is after you've taken the attack action and you had the weapon in your hand at the time, you can take it any time during your turn.
Okay, then I want to use my second attack on B.
All right. B is dead.
He's dead.
Oh, wait, C isn't dead, though?
C is dead. I'm just looking for the condition. I was looking up two-head
okay.
fighting. They are both dead. So D and A remain, as well as the mimic. You can't really get to D or A from where you're standing.
I was going to say, can I move and then use my second attack, or is that pretty much it?
Yes. No. As long as you have done the first attack, you have that second attack primed and ready to go with your bonus action.
I want to try and move as close to where Biggie is as possible.
All right. So you have your full movement, and there are no creatures hindering you. So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get to right here with your full movement. You could just barely see the edge of it. So if you have a range attack, you could attack around the corner for a little bit of damage, but it would have cover.
I would have to also use a turn to switch weapons. I don't think that really...
True. You had your short sword in your offhand. You could not use your bonus attack to throw... Well... No. Well, you could probably throw the short sword. If you want to throw your silver short sword at the mimic, I will allow you to.
I do have 2 silver short swords.
If you want to offhand throw your silver short sword at the acidy mimic,
I absolutely want to.
This is fantastic.
It is.
Can you mute the stream for a second?
Mute the stream for a second.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, stream is muted, Lily. Okay, sound is back on now.
All right, so Zoe, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were.
How do I use my sword as a thrown weapon?
So,
what do I roll?
In this situation, I would allow you. I would allow you to throw your short sword as an improvised weapon, and I would allow that improvised weapon to be similar to a dagger, which means you can make the light offhand attack because it already has those properties. A improvised weapon is 1d4 damage, so you can throw it with 1d4 plus strength damage. It does have a range of 20 feet, so you can hurl it and hope that it lands sharp end inward, and it will deal 1d4 plus strength damage.
Okay, so I can roll a d20. Do I have I have disadvantage, right?
You do not have disadvantage, but it is does have cover, so it'll be plus 2 AC to whatever you roll.
Hey, can I just can I throw something out there real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Quick question, because maybe it doesn't matter. Does Zoe have any damage?
Yeah.
Has Zoe been damaged? Yes, Zoe has taken damage.
Okay, so if it's so your offhand attack is actually your bonus action. So if you're trying to make sure you don't waste your bonus action, second wind, you roll a 1d10 and heal yourself, and that's also a bonus action.
I know, but I really want to throw my sword at the mimic that has slight cover while McGee is in the way.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot cooler. So
Yeah.
It also, I mean, if he's not going to die, he can use that at the end of combat anyway, just for free.
Yep.
So you might as well. You're trying to get the mimic dead, basically, and I don't think he's in any more risk of dying than you are. So unless you're afraid of losing your sword, which is a very real risk in many situations, but none of you have rolled high enough to know what a mimic can do with that.
It's probably fine.
Then this is probably the best. Attacking the mimic is the best course of action at this point, or saving you. Either one of those things.
Okay, so for throwing my short sword, I roll a 1d20 plus 1.
So it'll be the same. Actually, be the same attack roll as normal, except you are. Hold on. Since you are proficient with daggers and short swords, I will allow you to just do a straight up roll. The only difference is going to be that it is 1d4 instead of your weapon's normal damage.
If I did that right. Oh, I definitely missed.
Yeah, you rolled a 3, so that would be a miss. But yes, you did that correct. So,
okay.
5,
Hooray!
Yes, you did that completely correct, except for that it missed. So you hurl you say, "I'll save you, McGee," and you hurl your short sword, and it clangs flat against the wall behind McGee, and then slumps to the ground.
And a few whiskers from his beard float into the air, like it just got really close.
No, the sword, it doesn't flat against the wall. It sails straight across the room with perfect precision, and bang, clangs into the wall, sticking straight out. And he turns towards you, and a couple of his beard's like a little bit shorter on one end. That's perfect.
One little chunk of a few strands of hair just kind of float away.
All right. Well, that was your bonus action. Yep. You finished your move. You don't have a reaction you can use, and you've used your action. So that is Zoe's turn. Erevan, you are next. You are left in the back, fighting 2 ghouls by yourself. As your party charges forward to save the wizard. Ghoul A is almost dead. Ghoul D is completely untouched.
Okay.
You can use your action to disengage and run and join your party. Or you can do something spectacular with 1 spell slot at level 2 to kill these 2 ghouls. If you kill them both, without any help, I will give you a permanent. I don't know. I'll figure something out if you do it, but I don't think I'm gonna have to figure something out.
You can do
kill
it.
Them both. Okay. Kill them both by yourself, and you'll get a boon from your god.
What about casting sleep and just making them go to sleep for a while?
If it puts them both to sleep and you're able to kill them, then heck yeah. But also, can sleep affect them?
Remember that sleep, if it affects them, does pretty much last like for a while until you wake them up. So it's a good disable. Also, I don't think Ghoul A can attack you as long as D is there blocking it. So you really only have to worry about one getting hit once per, turn.
Okay.
And since you're an elf, you're resistant against their whatever thing. So you're really just looking at their slashing. So might not be a bad idea to either sleep and run away if they can be affected, or just stay there and just keep attacking the D. That's what she said. And then maybe we can come around and flank A and then knock him out in like one turn. I think it's probably going to loop around once we get through the mimic. So you could actually kind of basically hold off 2 ghouls while we're killing the mimic. Then we come around, boom, we get ghoul A. I'll let you decide which one of those you want to do. Those are my thoughts.
I don't need to interrupt you before you can play off of that. However, Ghoul A very much can attack you. It just you have cover against it. They can both attack you. He is correct that their touch does not affect you, so you are safe there. But
what
2 really strong claws.
What if she moves back right here?
2 opportunity attacks, 1 with cover.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean step back there and make them like tunnel towards you?
Well, if she moved back 1, then D would move up, but then A could not attack her, correct?
Correct. Yes, she would be safe if she does like a little tunnel fighting thing. If she moves, they get an opportunity attack. But if you're talking about like disengage and step back and like lure them backwards, yeah, that would delay them.
Okay, that might be a good thing. Do what you want. This is slightly tweaking it because A can attack you. You can disengage so you don't get opportunity attack. Step back. Now you're not attacking them, but you're blocking them. They could not move past her, right?
Correct. I think the way that I said we would do it is you can make a acrobatics check to move through someone's square, but they would have to do that and then take opportunity attacks. They're probably not going to.
So if you did that, you could stand there like defensively, but since you have to use the disengage action, don't you have a spell that's a bonus action to attack?
Yeah, I'm trying to look. Oh, by the way, sleep? I can't cast sleep. I need either a pinch of fine sand, rose petals, or a cricket.
No, that's okay. You have a magic focus if you're holding your instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, if a spell, this is a good learning opportunity, so I will go over that just real quick. If a spell requires a component that costs a specific amount of gold, or it consumes the component, you have to have that component. Anything else is just flavor. So what you would do is you have your instrument and you use that to cover for those, unless it actually consumes it, or if it says like a pearl worth 100 gold, it has to be that actual object. However, this is not hidden information, so I'll just give it to you. So it's off the table. Sleep does not affect undeads, and you know that these are undead. So.
Okay, just quick thought about that bonus action. You use your action to disengage, so you don't get opportunity attack. Then step back. Actually, you know what? You don't have to just step back 1. You could move all the way down the hallway to, like, here. If you moved all the way there, you would be blocking them from attacking our rear. Like, only one of them could attack you at a time. And you could then use your bonus action. I think you have another Bardic Inspiration that you could toss to one of us. So if you move back, I would say fall all the way back to here, or even here, like right next to Vanya. Then
that'd be the corner problem, though.
What?
That'd be the same corner problem. They could stand here and here.
Oh, you're right.
And,
okay. So, but she could move here, right? The corner.
Yes, that would be completely safe. Only one ghoul could attack at a time, so the other one would be ghoul blocked. However, if they do decide to be super ballsy, one could walk up and attack, and then move back and take an opportunity attack, and then the other one can move up and attack.
I think that's worth the risk, because that means they would have to trade an attack for you getting to attack them. I would say, if you stand here and attack, you're going to definitely take 2 attacks next turn. But if you disengage, and if you fall back to right here, then you can use your bonus action to throw a inspiration die to someone. Then next turn, either only one gets to attack you, or 2 get to attack you, but you get to trade. and you're still blocking our rear. So I would say do that because you're basically disabling one of the ghouls, or you're causing them to, take extra damage and stuff. And it would stay that way. You would continue blocking it for each turn. It's almost like
until it's dead.
Attacks. I think that would be good. And if you take a bunch of damage, you can pop a healing word to heal yourself.
Okay. All right. I want to move right over here.
All right. Are you using your action to disengage so they can't attack you?
Yes.
All right. You disengage and carefully move backwards through the hallway as they try to grasp you, but they can't quite because of the way you're carefully moving. So you have made it to the back of the hallway. You've used your move. You've moved 15 feet and used your action.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then I'm gonna pop bonus inspiration to Biggie.
All right. Let's see.
Thank you. I really need to be inspired right about now.
All right, so you walk down the hallway and you sing praises of encouragement down the hall at McGee, and even though he can't hear you, even though he can't see you, your words reach his ears as he is perked up and gains a inspiration die. So that is your second inspiration. You are out until your long rest, and McGee and Zoe both have a D6 they can use as inspiration.
I will remember to use it, just I haven't had the right time yet.
Yeah, and it lasts for 10 minutes, so even if unless you guys are taking a rest, you can use it, so you could also probably use it on your heal if you needed to, I think. So
heals that you cast, so probably not us, but damage from spells.
Okay. So, yep. Okay, that was Erevin's turn. And next is going to be the ghouls. They are going to move like this. D will go forward and attack. And A, you see it. So you actually, since you've now left that area, you can no longer see around this corner. And normally I wouldn't just block that off like that, but because it could be relevant combat. D walks forward to attack you as you see A behind him walk forward, and then he goes and walks the other way.
Dang.
I feel kind of sick, and I want to be done playing D&D for now. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll probably be playing only for a little bit longer, and once the combat's over, we'll be taking a break and then wrapping up anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much the session. We just got to finish this combat. So yeah, thanks for playing.
Okay.
Without you, they probably would have been dead by now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thanks, bye. I'll just control her character.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so Ghoul D moves up, and Ghoul A moved up and then disappeared back into the darkness. And Ghoul D is trying to bite Erevin. It does miss, so it lurches forward and snaps at the air and chomps as little bits of dust and skin fly off of its mouth, and it squeals at you a breathless scream. That was the ghoul's turns, and Biggie, it is now your turn. As this mimic grapples you and holds your hand in place, you hear the faint skittering of bone and flesh on dirt, skittering from this direction. As you see a slobbering ghoul appear around the corner, and it's your turn. So it's an action to escape the grapple. There's a DC that I don't believe I will reveal to you right now. And it isn't your action. It would be an acrobatics check or an athletics check. Ooh.
Okay, but that's my... Oh, sorry.
It's your action, yes, and it has disadvantage. It is very sticky. It's not just holding on to you, it's glued to you.
Wait, I would have disadvantage on my... Okay. But I can still attack it, right? I can attack it while I'm...
Oh, yeah, you're completely free to attack it as much as you want.
Vicky is enraged!
Oh, no!
Oh, dude! Why don't I have booming blade?
I don't know, it's a pretty sweet one.
Pretty sweet. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna attack it with my longsword. So Biggie clutches his silver longsword and says, let go of me, you stupid door! And where is my dice roller? Dice roller. Dice roller. Sorry, I should have this already.
That's okay, I'm rolling dice.
And he swings his... Oops, no, not that. Oh, sorry. All right. And he swings to attack. Bam. Oh. Okay, so Biggie got a 1.
All right.
Do I have regular inspiration or just the bardic inspiration?
You have just regular inspiration. You go ahead. You can have your. I kind of gave you a forced inspiration as what you were going to use it for, but I should have just given you a full one. So if you want to use the second half of your inspiration right now, you can.
Okay, does that mean I get to roll again?
Yes, but only now. That's the end of your inspiration for charging blindly down the hallway.
Okay, that works for me. I got a 10.
You got 2. You got 2, but I told you what you could use them on, basically.
Okay, fine. I think I squeezed this out, so I got a 10 and then a +4 on my longsword, so that should put me at a 14.
Alright, that is a hit, so go ahead and give me some damage.
Thank the god. Oh, wait, what's his god? Thank Kelimvar, the god of death. Soon, hopefully, I get to meet him. Hold on. Yes, Lily? By the way, I'm on the stream.
Can I put on some of the face paints?
Yeah, sure. It's, Yeah, you can play with it. Bye. Okay, what am I doing? Rolling damage?
Yep, rolling weapon damage.
Okay, okay. 1d8, and I get a 4 plus 2. Oh, can I add the bardic inspiration die?
Log.
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
go ahead.
No, that's not weapon damage. Wait, can I do it?
I think it is. I don't know.
No,
it's actually not.
It's magic specific.
No, it's like, yeah, it's more to like, saving throws, 1d20 attack roll. I don't think you can do it to damage.
Can roll that die.
They added a thing for spells, but it's only
spells.
Okay, so 6 damage.
Yeah.
6 damage.
6 damage. All right. You hit the mimic, and it squeals a little bit as it tightens its grip on you. And give me 1 second. I'm looking something up here.
I have so many options. I keep thinking that I have more I can do, and it's like, no, that's it.
I need to get my book. Hold on. I don't know if this website's showing me the full detail. That doesn't seem right.
You'll notice that was like the first rule that I know. It's because of how long I played bards.
Yeah.
Well, that's a new thing that just came out with the new book that you can add it to your spells.
I thought you could already do that.
There's also, I think there's an ability later that lets you add it to anything, but it's all just a bunch of abilities. That person doesn't know what they're talking about, but also this is broken raw.
Is it
Okay, so I'll just tell you because there's no reason for it to ever do this, so why would it? Its adhesive only works in object form. If it reverts to its regular form, the adhesive effect ends. But there's no there's no incentive for it to ever switch back. It should just always be an object. It has a stronger attack, but I thought like maybe you can only use the stronger attack in regular form, but no, everything is object form only. There is no regular form only. So why would it ever choose to not be an object? Weaker. It loses its stickiness, it loses some of its abilities. So, I mean, raw, it stays as a door. I guess maybe it can't move. No, it says the stats are the same. Anyway, okay, that's weird. Well, it is going to stay in its object form. There's no reason for it not to be. And it was... the reason I was looking that up is I was hoping to avoid this eventuality. But you slash it with your longsword. Your longsword cleaves through its flesh as it squeals, and you see the wood of the door is parted, and it's more of like an acidic purple flesh underneath. And this acidic purple flesh kind of rips away from where it is, like it kind of tries to close itself up, but it kind of has to pull from somewhere. And as you go to pull your longsword out, you realize your sword is stuck on its flesh. So your longsword is now adhered to the mimic.
Yeah, I think I remember you guys fought a mimic once a long time ago in the Underdark, and it was a coin that was a mimic. And basically that meant that the coin sticks to you and just, like, bites you every turn.
Yeah.
Now, how do you use pseudopod while you're in object form?
It says pseudopod, and then it says if the mimic is in object form, the target is subjected to its adhesive trait.
Well, here's the thing,
and
though,
then
you have to use an action just to turn back into your true form, but you don't get anything for going back to the true form, so you just don't have a way to...
You literally just lose. You literally lose several abilities and gain nothing. I thought it was maybe like you can only use bite if you're in normal form, but no, there's literally no reason not to. It doesn't change your speed, doesn't change its armor or nothing. So at the moment, it stays as an object, and your sword is stuck to it. But you guys have ways to attack that aren't weapons, right?
Yeah.
Probably,
so okay,
probably
yeah,
fine.
That's fine. My now he's more angry because that's his favorite sword. So yeah, whatever. I accept that.
Yeah, you got blast him with some spells. You're still sword dancing. I don't think it requires you to keep holding your sword. And it is Vanya's turn, so go ahead. Oh, sorry, were you talking, Irvin?
I was just commenting a little bit.
Okay. What were you saying? I didn't hear it, sorry.
Okay.
Vanya's turn.
I don't have Vanya's sheet. I actually have to go get it. But
I've got it here.
I think I'm gonna use... I want to get that mimic dead because this is gonna be bad. So Vanya is going to... I don't give... move her down to this corner here. And she's gonna use Guiding Bolt on the mimic.
Alright.
And I'm gonna...
And Guiding Bolt, I believe, is a spell attack.
Oh, it's a DC. Guiding Bolt is a dex. I think it's a dexter. I'll double check.
I got it. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think it's a dexter.
It is a ranged spell attack.
Really?
Yeah, Guiding Bolt is a spell
crit.
attack.
Oh, that's right. It can crit. It is affected by cover.
But it grants advantage against the target for the next attack roll. So the next person that hits it gets advantage, but it will get a +2 AC because you're in the way.
That's fine. Okay, I'll make the attack roll.
And she has an inspiration, so if this attack roll fails, you can go ahead and pop that inspiration.
That's right. Okay. She's probably +5 spell attack bonus because her modifier is 3, right? So okay.
Yep, +5.
Okay, and roll. She tries to blast Guiding Bolt, and it just F's off. So I'm going to try again. Burn Inspiration. Roll! The hell? Am I rolling a... Hold on, wait a second. Oh, that's a D8.
Rolling a potato?
That was a D8. So can we skip those and I just get a fresh roll? Sorry.
I mean, you could have literally lied to me and told me you got a 20, so yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fine. And so this is my first D20. And I get a 10. And the total is 15. And
15 is strong enough to hit a mimic, so unless you want to roll for a crit.
No. I'm gonna take that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so she hits, and then it's gonna be 4d6 damage.
46 damage? Holy crap! At level 2?
It's a first. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Don't you remember when Biggie was playing that? I mean, the real Biggie, when he was playing that dwarf cleric, and I'm a wizard. You know, I'm Pantok. Wait, I think I might have been the rogue actually, and he cast Guiding Bolt and got a crit and rolled 8d6. And I was like so angry, and I'm like, how are you a cleric doing 8d6 radiant damage at a level 1? He's like, I don't know, stupid Biggie. Okay, so what was that? 4d6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the total is. Need to take that away. 13 damage.
All right, Vanya walks up and blasts the mimic in the face with a Kamehameha, and she's at 13.
Yep, 13 damage, radiant.
All right, blast in the face with 13 radiant damage, and it squeals and contracts its body. And let me get some percentile die. I don't get to use those often enough. Because fuck it, why not? We're doing random chance. I mean, I guess I could just roll a different die, but I like percentile dice.
That was the second F. You just demonetized my stream.
Ah, shit. Oh, no, it's even worse now. Now you owe them money.
Now
so that's one of the rules. It gets demonetized if somebody says the F word twice, or is that a joke?
I know. I said the F word earlier, and then I said no. It's okay. You get 2 before they demonetize you. It's a joke. But
okay, I wanted to make sure because I was like, well, crap. I am never going to make money on YouTube.
No, that is a real thing. How if you do, they'll allow swearing on YouTube, but if you do a lot of it, or a certain amount, or if you go, there's certain rules, and if you break those, they'll let you stay on, but they just demonetize your stream, so you lose any revenue. If you get 1 million views on a video, you get $1,200.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was talking about. I knew they demonetized stuff, but I thought you meant literally if you say the F word twice, then it gets demonetized. Like, holy crap, they're strict. But you know what? Your other F word was on the first half of the video, video.
That's true. It's 2 different videos.
You're right. Now we can say fuck what? Oh shit. Oh
shit. No, it's a joke about how on rated R movies. How they're like, oh, I get to say the one F-bomb in the movie, and then someone steals it. And it's like, no. There were some movies that did that. He's like, I've been waiting the whole movie to say this, and then someone else steals it. So I'm just rolling a little percentile dice. He just got blasted in the face with a bunch of radiant. That's a pretty high percentile roll. So the mimic squeals from the blast of radiant light. He just got whacked in the face with. He was just trying to give you a hug, and I guess he did pseudopod you in the face. And he gave you a hug and a kiss, and then you slash him in the face with your sword, and then Vanya blasts him in the face with basically a giant flashlight, and he squeals, and his flesh and body contracts, and he's still a door, but he looks more like it's squished down, and your sword drops from his face onto the ground. He's still holding onto you, but the sword was just kind of barely the tip of it, sticking into it, and so the sword contracts enough to drop onto the ground. You still have to pick it up on your turn, but your sword is now freed from the ick. And does Vanya do anything else? Hello?
Sorry, I was grabbing her character sheet.
Just making sure.
Yep. I ninja AFK'd. No, but I think she is. Did she use Warding Flame?
She did use a charge of Warding Flame, yes.
Okay, so she's actually maxed out on that now until a long rest.
Did she use all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been marking those.
I've got it marked down since the last long rest. Okay, and she.
I do remember her using one down here. So.
Okay, cool. So no, she's out of move. So did she take any damage?
She has not taken any damage. Wait, did she? Yeah, she took 4 damage.
She took. Okay, sorry. Yeah, she didn't update on her sheet, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. So. Okay. Yeah. So Vanya is done.
All right. So resolving Vanya's turn, we come to the Mimic. The Mimic is going to pull you in sensually, closer and closer and closer, and its mouth will open up, its gaping maw wider than your entire body, and it will move its mouth over you and try to snap its jaws shut on you. And it rolls a 1. So it bites you and its jaws stick to itself as it pulls away and fights to free its own jaws. And they pop open with like a noise, and it can attack you again, but it's already taken its action. So it is actually, hold on. It will, let's tell it. It's a mimic. It knows what mimics do. It's going to release its grapple on you for free. And it's going to drop to the ground. It's still a door. And it's going to slither away this way. And actually, you can see. Oh shit, no it can't. Ah, fuck. The ghoul, it starts to slither away, and then it sees the... No. The ghoul's blocking it. It can't do that. It only has 15... I forgot it only has 15 movement speed. So it literally just couldn't do that. Well... I'll let the group storytelling decide. It could move... It could move diagonally. There's a diagonal space on one or both of the sides of this door, but it's a sharp corner, but I was kind of letting you guys cut corners. Do you want the mimic to drop you and slither away and come back again, or do you want it to keep holding you and you fight it and kill it here?
Okay, well, which are you talking about, moving past Begee or away from Begee?
Okay, so there's a ghoul right here that came around the corner.
Yeah.
That is where the mimic would have to move because it can only move, wait.
It can move one space past
Never mind.
the ghoul.
Mimic drops you and runs. I just couldn't count. Mimic drops you and runs and disappears. No, it didn't.
Okay, opportunity attack.
Yep, you're gonna punch it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hold on. Do I have a dagger? Do I have a quarterstaff?
Are you wielding it, or was that the hand that was holding your diamond pendant?
I can grab my quarterstaff off my back and with that, I can do that.
As part of an action, not as part of a reaction.
Okay, when my sword got stuck to it, I would have been able to grab my quarterstaff, like, you know.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yes.
So you cannot draw a weapon as part of an opportunity attack, but because you still had your interaction when you dropped the sword, you could have used it then to pull your quarterstaff. So I will let you do that.
Hooray! Okay, so when his thing got stuck, he's like, oh damn you, son of a bitch! So he pulls out his quarterstaff, and then as it's moving away, he swings, and this is a D20 this time, and it's a legit roll. Wha-bang! Ah, you stupid door! And it is 15.
All right, that will hit. Go ahead and do 1d6 bludgeoning because you're only wielding it with one hand. The other hand was stuck to the mimic at the time.
Okay.
Wait, no. Well, no. It released you. You had your hand free. You could grab it. You can do it too. Well, diamond necklace was still in your hand. You technically never pulled it out or put it away. If you want to do 1d8, you can drop the diamond necklace.
No, I'll just do the D6.
Okay.
That's how I'm imagining
We got choices.
I'm kind of imagining it that anyway, you know, he's still, I mean, and plus I kind of agree that's too much as a reaction to let go of the necklace, grip it with the other hand. I mean, two-handing a weapon is a different stance, so.
Two-handing a weapon doesn't take any additional actions. You can switch back and forth as much as you want, and dropping is a free action. The only question would be whether you could draw the staff, and you already did. So
Well,
if I allow you to draw the staff, you can do anything.
Well, if I drop the necklace, I'm wearing it, so it stays on me.
Oh, it's on your neck? I forgot about that. Yeah. You can totally two-hand it then, for sure.
Okay, then I'm
roll
rolling
1d8.
a D8 instead.
Yep. Glad we talked that out.
And I got an 8, so that's a 10 damage.
All right. So you smack the mimic in its back as its weird doorish back as it runs away, dealing 8 damage to it. And it is not dead, but it kind of squeals and shimmies away from you. Your quarterstaff is stuck to its back.
Oh yeah. Because like, stupid bastard, give me back my stuff.
You keep sticking shit to it. It's like one of those like sticky toys or whatever. It's like, hey, it sticks to everything.
Yeah,
I Googled
it. I Googled it, by the way, and it's pretty much seems consensus that raw, every time you hit a mimic with your weapon, you just lose that weapon, so you gotta keep drawing weapons, or you gotta use magic.
Yeah, no, 100% that's raw. The question I was looking at is I was trying to find an excuse for it to shift back to its normal form, like to gain power, but then it drops your weapon. But there's no benefit to shifting. It should just always be an object. Like, I guess you could use an ability that stops a creature from shape-shifting, and that would be good against a mimic, but this thing's pretty fucking niche. That was 3 Fs, by the way. Okay, mimic runs away. Zoe, it's your turn.
Okay.
So there's Ghoul behind
I have
Aravan.
a problem. I can't find the tab that has...
Oh, jeez.
Hold on a second.
No problem.
I was looking at my character sheet and something else. Hold on.
I have like 50 tabs open too.
Oh yeah, I have Chrome open in 12 different windows with an average of like 30 tabs each.
I have all of that plus Streamlabs OBS.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, okay, I'm here now.
All right. So there is a ghoul at Aravan. You know there's a ghoul on the other side of the door from Big E. By the way, this is no longer a door. This is just an open space.
I want to go ahead and go down there and attack that one. I'm gonna go down and move through Big E.
All right.
And go up to that.
By the way, Nick, I'm granting you control of Vanya.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. So, Zoe, as you walk forward down the hall and charge past Big E and go, "Let me at him!" You kick his silver longsword down the hall now. Fog of War, real area.
It's
what?
Nothing.
Let's see, just revealing some Fog of War here. So there is a room in front of you. And you see some stuff in the room. And whatever. In this room, you see what appears to be a door standing in the center of the room in front of you.
Behind a goblin.
Yeah, a door. It's there's no walls, it's just a door.
It's not a real door. Do not try to open it.
Actually,
I was standing 5 feet away from you. I'm well aware. It is
actually
not a real door.
It's between these two pillars, and yeah, you don't see it. It's there's a door there.
Okay.
I'm trying. Hold on.
I want.
Add, draw. Right here between these two pillars, very suspiciously, there's a wooden door with a quarterstaff stuck to it.
And the longsword.
Oh, look, a lever.
No, it dropped the longsword. Oh, did you grab your sword as you ran by it? Your short sword out of the wall?
I have a question. No, because I figured that would take an action. I was going to do that in combat.
Interaction, you can grab it.
That was actually what I interrupted. I started to say, and I want to grab my longsword out of the wall, and I just changed my mind. And you're like, "What'd you say?" No, okay. So I wanted to do that when I passed Big E. I just thought it would take like my action.
Here's back real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to go ahead and attack Goblin A.
Okay.
Oh wait, are they goblins or ghouls?
They're ghouls.
Sorry, Goblin A.
Okay, and this is the one that's nearly dead, so go ahead and swing at it.
18 to hit, 7 piercing.
7 piercing, it dies. It comes around the back and it's like, surprise, bitch! And then you stab it through the nostril and its head cleaves in two and it falls down dead. And it said surprise bitch, like this is the first one that talked. It goes surprise. It sounds like none of you have seen Big Mouth, have you?
No.
Yes.
Damn, it sounds like you have. Do you know the
Yes.
hormone monster, the weird one?
Yeah, when you did the voice, I already was.
Oh guys, I'm here! Ah! Stabbed in the face. Okay, well thank you. Good. I'm glad you've seen that.
I'm not all
it's
the
dead.
seasons. I think I watched season 1, and I'm like, I get the gist of this.
It's that. It just continues. It doesn't change. The added condition, say it's dead. That's a really cool feature.
And then
All right.
I would like to use my second attack to throw my short sword again, because I have 2, and I just retrieved one from the wall, so I want to throw one of them.
And you set a precedent, Jake, so now Zach will always throw his short swords at enemies.
I'm going to throw so many short swords.
I mean, if you want to throw your silver short sword all over the place, I'm fine with that. Go ahead.
I have 2, as long as I always have one in hand, I can throw the other one.
You could technically do that same thing with daggers and just always replenish the daggers because they're cheap. But if you want to throw your 200 gold short sword with the same damage as the dagger, I have no problem. Welcome back. I am not challenging that at all. That's why I'm allowing it.
All right, I'm throwing it at the door. Let me roll my attack.
All right, I mean, go ahead and attack the door. It's a door. I mean, I guess you're trying to bust the door down with a sword. That's kind of a weird choice, but okay. All right, 23 does hit the door's AC.
I'm sure it does.
Your short sword flies forward and sticks into the door. And what?
Take
What?
that door.
The door starts to metamorphosize, and it turns into some weird, chunky purple blob as it squeals and slumps down to the ground. It wasn't a door. It was a mimic, and you just killed it.
Haven't I killed like 3 things now?
Probably, but this one was a mimic, and how did you know that door was a mimic?
I watched it waddle its fat ass down the hall and turn a corner.
But it was a door. Like it looked so surprised.
He would have opened the door.
If I walk somewhere and I see, if I'm in the middle of a room and I see a door with no walls around it and then it runs away, I'm going to attack it.
I wish it had more than 15 movement feet. It totally could have moved like over here or something and then became an actual door. But those pillars were just the perfect opportunity for it to be just a random door.
Oh my god, you could have it chase into a room that we can't see in, and when we enter, the walls are lined with doors. There's like 30 doors in there, and we've got to figure out which one is the right one. That'd be an awesome trap.
But the whole time it was like a rock on the ground. I was going to have it move in and turn into like a rock or something, but I wanted it to have a chance to attack him, and it takes an action. I think it takes an action to change back, so it's really 2 turns to shift back and forth. 1 second.
Yeah, it's a turn each time. Okay, but
like while we're trying to figure out which door is the real or is the fake one, while we're doing that, like every round of combat, like the walls gets closer, or some evil spiked walls, mad scientist stuff, or sand starts to fill the room.
Okay, so if it was Biggie's chance to run up there and see it, he'd be like chasing the mimic down the hall. And then there's a real conspicuous door, like just right in the middle, and Biggie's like, "Aha! I bet it went in this door." Correct. Mimic again.
All right, so. Yep. Damn, I totally didn't get a chance to make a real fake doors reference. Doesn't open. Doesn't open. Nope, none of the doors open. Sorry, none of you went AFK, right? I just want to make sure you're all still here.
I'm here.
Okay. I heard you talking, but I was distracted. So the door mimic.
Doors.
Oh God.
Because I just realized, why are we not listening to the Doors right now?
I hope that gives you a healthy fear of doors for the rest of your gaming career. And all other objects in the world. Mimic is dead, and Zoe, you gaze into the room before you, and you see some stuff. You see... Find this room here.
You know the day destroys the night.
This room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls. A wide alcove in the wall to your right contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak, his pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. The big star is the man, little star is the wolf. In his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. The room has exits here and here. The chanting is still all around you. If the chanting is louder this direction than it is this direction. From where you're standing.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah. So chanting's louder behind you, but there's a statue of a guy with his hand on a wolf, holding an orb and a big flowing cloak, and there's 2 skeletons here and here chained to the walls. And dead mimic, and it's still your turn, but you moved and took your action, and there's 1 ghoul left. Is that it for your turn? I just wanted to describe that.
Yeah, I'll have to go into the room next turn and pull my sword out of the dead door.
Yeah. The sword falls to the ground. The sword and the quarterstaff, as it shifts form, it becomes notoriously less sticky, and they fall to the ground.
I've still got a space between us, so I'll have to grab it next turn.
Yeah, you just have to pick it up, but it's not stuck anymore.
I'm done.
Okay, Erevan, it is your turn, and there is 1 ghoul left, and it is behind you, and it is trying to eat you.
Boy. Okay. I want to use another spell slot. This would be my last spell slot, so.
All right. Keep in mind before you use that, keep in mind you're probably not going to get another long rest for a little while, and you don't know how much there is left to explore.
I would say 1 spell slot as an emergency heal. Honestly.
Yeah. With 1 creature left, it's probably a good idea to just beat it with attrition rather than trying to blast it. You guys have kind of gotten over the worst of this fight. You just need to finish this thing off. If it wasn't an undead, it would probably run from you right now.
Yeah, probably just melee, and we can come back and help finish it off real quick before we figure out when the statue is going to kill us.
Fair enough. Okay, so I want to stab it with my silver rapier.
All right.
Let me just do that real quick. I'm rolling in real life.
Okay.
Again. 16 to hit.
That is a hit. Give me some damage.
Hug. What? I got another 8.
Nice. So 8 plus 3.
Yeah.
All right. You stab it, and you stab it, and the tip of your rapier just barely pokes its flesh, but the force you stabbed it with, it just blasts a hole through its chest, and it squeals at you, but its eyes are just blood rage fury as it charges forward and tries to bite you on the arm. You basically just pissed it off, and it sinks its teeth into your soft elven arm, and you feel pain as its rotten teeth and dry spit chomp down into you, and it deals 6 piercing damage to you.
Ouch.
So you're at 6 health left, and that was the ghoul's turn. Begee, you are next, and you hear Erevan's wince of pain after the chomp of flesh. The crunch of leather and chainmail and breaking teeth.
Okay, so one thing Begee could do is just be like, oh well, I guess she's dead, and then just kind of move on after she ran to try to help.
Wouldn't do that.
No, but what's the best way to hit him, because he's in that corner?
If you go to the corner, you can attack with disadvantage. That's pretty much the best. Or, you know what? Your strategy's always worked so far. You could walk around all the way.
Have you considered throwing a sword at it?
That is a cool
That always works too.
It's a cool thing to do. So, no, if I run all the way around, I pretty much can see that it connects now, but that's just too far. Well, wait, does it look bloodied? Does it look like it's half damage?
You can't really see it from here, but it screamed pretty loud when Ervin stabbed it. You heard it was like a punching a jar of mayonnaise, and then it screamed.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and try to chill touch it. It gets like +2 AC from cover, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So can I see it from here?
You can see it from there, just barely, but it's enough to only be half cover.
Okay, because then I've got my rest of my movement I want to save. So, okay, so I'm going to do Chill Touch, which is a spell attack, ranged spell attack. Let's see. It's necromancy, necrotic damage. Can I get a check to see if I mean, do I know if it's resistant or anything against necrotic damage?
You know there's not many things that are resistant to necrotic damage, and it would be a safe bet that this isn't.
If I hit it with this, it has disadvantage on attack rolls. I'm using Chill Touch.
Oh yeah, that's good anyway, because it's undead. Yeah. I mean, Chill Touch is great against undead, whether or not they're weak to necrotic. But necrotic weakness is not or resistance is not a common thing. Just because they're undead doesn't mean they can't rot it further.
Okay, so this is +5, rolling a d20, and shit. Okay, so I get an 8, but can I roll the d6 Bardic Inspiration and see if that does anything?
Bardic Inspiration is before I tell you the result, right?
I don't know, but I mean 8 I know is gonna miss, so. Can I do the d6?
Before the DM says whether, yes, you can add your d6.
Okay.
Was 8 your total roll or your dice roll?
Total. I got a 3 on the dice, +5. I mean, it's probably not going to hit,
okay.
But I'm just trying to do, I might as well.
Yeah.
It's going to wear off.
But it'll only last 10 minutes. Yeah, you might as well. Go for it.
Oh, I got a 6, so total 14.
That's a hit.
Fuck. Yes! Thank you, Willow. Oh my god! Holy shit. Sorry for the cursing stream. Sorry. Yes. What are you talking about?
We'll censor it in post.
Yeah. Should figure out how to do that. Okay. Oh, wait. Now I gotta roll damage. So that's gonna be... Oh, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of my next turn.
Nice.
Okay. So let me put that roll back up, and let's get that D8 going. Come on, man. Okay. All right, and D8 for damage. Sorry. Okay, and damage roll. 5 necrotic damage. And once that's resolved, I want to use up my movement. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Jake is gone. Yeah, I can hear you.
Jake?
Jake.
Oh, Jake, you're muted. I think you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
My computer blue screened. I was going to take a picture of it and send it to you, but I was too slow to grab my phone. So it's restarting right now. I'll be back in a minute. Go ahead and continue. We're playing D&D. We don't need computers for the world of D&D.
Okay. I dealt 5 damage, and now I want to use up the rest of my movement. I'm still blade dancing, right?
Yes, blade dancing lasts for a while, and I don't think anything stopped you, so go ahead and move.
So I get 30 more movement. Okay, let me just ask the party, because it seems like there's 2 creepy-looking rooms. Which one should I head towards? Do you want to go into the statue room, or do you want to go into the bedroom? Erevan, what do you think?
I don't know.
Mess with the statues and the skeletons chained to the walls? or go into the creepy bedroom that is the biggest one so far?
I think maybe we should mess around with the skeletons. It seems like a safer approach than going into a new
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and McGee's in the space of the dead mimic, and that's where he's going to end his turn.
All right.
That sounds safe.
So, yeah, you step on its rotting corpse and it just kind of squishes beneath you. It doesn't seem like it's difficult terrain or anything, but your feet just kind of mush through its melted flesh. Also, funny note. Go ahead.
And now it's the mimic's turn because it wasn't actually dead. It mimicked itself as a dead mimic.
Oh my god, you don't give me ideas. So, funny thing, I was using just a notepad to keep track of their HPs, all the creatures. And when my computer crashed, that notepad just went. I knew exactly how much HP the ghoul had. How much damage did you deal, by the way?
5.
5. Okay, so I know it's HP. If there were any more creatures left, they would probably have reset HPs. But luckily, that was perfect timing. So I know exactly how much it has, and it's still standing. It has disadvantage on its next attack, and you moved into this room, you said?
Yep, I moved into the room, and I already put my character. I put McGee where he needs to go. I'm gonna hold off on any checks until the battle's over. So, because I already used my action, really. So.
Okay. So that was McGee's turn. Vanya is next, and there is still a ghoul standing.
Yep. So she's gonna run here and do Sacred Flame.
All right. It gets no benefit from cover, and that will be a Dex saving throw. 13. And it failed, so deal some damage.
Heck yes. All right, let me pull up my trusty. I really love this dice roller. Have you been watching the stream at all?
No, I'll watch it afterwards. But I know what it looks like. It's the Google dice roller, right?
I've got it up in the background, but I haven't been watching it much.
It just really works out well. I can just pop up the dice roller, and the Google animation looks really cool. 8 damage. Heck yes.
Nice.
It feels more legit. I mean, rolling it in person is cool, but having it on camera in 3D, like, it just, I think it really adds to the stream. I'm going to keep doing it this way.
Yeah, that's just being able to, like, being able to see what the roll is, like, for viewers, that's pretty cool. You know what'd be really cool is if you just rolled it for everyone, but that would kind of take away some of the fun from people rolling.
Yeah, no, I like rolling on myself.
Yeah, no, but like imagine if everyone was like connected to the stream, and when you rolled, it like showed your roll above your head. That would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be.
We need to figure out some infrastructure and get that shit set up. That'd be amazing.
I'm pretty sure, like, it's surprising, especially in 2020, because of, obviously the, Trump virus, because Trump's fault of the coronavirus, just putting that into the stream.
And demonetized.
There's been, like, so many, like, new, like, technology things in, like, streaming and everything else. It's, like that Zoom background, where you can change that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It used to be you have to do all this green screen. Now, oh, yeah, NVIDIA put out a thing. Boom, you can just edit your feed. Like, there's so much you can do. Oh, yeah, Trent was streaming earlier because I set him up to do it, too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to encourage all the kids. I'm like, it's so much fun. And as I was walking by, he's like, don't say anything, I'm on stream. And I'm like, okay, I hate Trump. And he's like, stop, don't say He goes, don't say Trump. He's like, you can get in trouble for saying that in the stream. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, well, that'll teach you practice with the mute button.
Yeah, you gotta...
It's called push to talk,
Exactly. Especially on stream.
It's called having a hard mute button on your actual keyboard. I've been toggling that stuff back and forth.
I have mine's on my mouse. So you walk into this room and you see 2 skeletons chained up, a giant statue of a gaunt man in a black billowy robe, and a wolf sitting alongside him with his hand on it. He's holding a smoky gray crystal orb, and it is Vanya's turn. She blasts the ghoul with her shining light. She aims her holy symbol or whatever she uses to cast it, and the light bounces across the dirt walls. It goes pew, 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 like a prism, and then blasts a hole through its head. Its head singes, and there's just smoke where its face was, and it falls down dead.
Yay!
Ghouls have been slain.
Good job,
And the
Vanya.
mimic, since this was two combats. This is two combats at once. And they're dead. So, yes, you did say you wanted to explore this room. So there are 3 rooms. There's the room with the flagons and the candlesticks. There's this room with the crate and the footlocker, which you haven't even seen the full amount of yet, and you are exploring this one first. So we're out of initiative. Go ahead and move as you would like, but keep in mind anything you do may activate another encounter, or may not.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous or anything.
This might have been. Hey, I'm just reminding you. You tried to open a door and it was a mimic, and anything can happen.
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of feeling like statues are just pretty much never good in D&D.
Pretty much.
But
I don't know about that.
Well, it could. Hey, that Zariel statue that you skipped past on mine, it has like a +1 magic base in it. But you.
Oh, the one we didn't break open.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I downloaded a thing on DM's Guild, and it's got an upgraded version, and it also suggests that if a cleric is nearby or a paladin, that it should like sense that there's something, because it says like, yeah, usually people avoid statues in D&D, so you might want to actually have some kind of a signal that it's not a bad thing. So when you go back, when you guys are on your way out, you can grab that piece.
There's and then the very next statue we see, we defile and it fucks us over.
Okay, Erevan, Zoe, would either of you like to explore something first? Because I mean, Big E's got stuff to do, but you guys want to do something?
I want to get closer to the statues and just kind of look at them closely, investigate them, maybe see if I know anything religiously about them or canon-wise or historical.
Like Jake was doing to the statue.
That always works.
Just start cramming things in his mouth.
Very important. I say I want to investigate it every way right now without touching it. I never said anything about touching it.
Okay, so you look at the statue, and it appears to be a mundane wooden statue. It has a very nice paint job, although it is a little bit worn. I mean, it's out of the weather, so it's still in pretty good shape, but it's a little bit, dusty, and the paint's peeling a little bit just from the wood itself. But it's still in pretty good shape. It looks very well carved. It looks like it was probably a very expensive custom job, if maybe a little amateur. But it does not look like there's anything strange or out of the ordinary at first glance. You can go ahead and make an investigation check without touching it, but you are looking around to see if you notice anything.
There's my investigation.
Right. So you kind of look around. You don't see anything that really stands out. It does look like the orb that he is holding is not part of the statue itself. It looks like it's resting in his hand, like it was placed there later. The wolf statue also appears not to be part of his statue. It's like it's 2 statues that were carved to be 2 pieces of a set. And he's touching it, but it's not like welded together.
I want to take a closer look at the ball that it's holding then.
All right, you look up very close at it, and you're peering into it. It does not appear to be any sort of, you don't see any visions in the orb or anything like that. But it is kind of smoky. It's like a hazy, like quartz-looking type crystal orb. It's very clear. It's like clear and hazy at the same time. Like it's not like you can see through it, but it's a haze.
It's like my magic quartz crystal at home that I have.
Yeah. Like it's not like, oh, there's a bunch of lines and you can't see through it, but it's like looking through fog. But it looks like a sphere of solid smoke.
So I shout to the group, does any rogues want to come up here and look and see if there's any traps on this statue before we touch the ball?
You know what? So I was just thinking, there's a couple of rituals that I'd like to cast. And also we could maybe use a short rest to heal up a little bit.
I want to use my second win or whatever it is.
All right.
Oh wait, what's your hit points at? Because you can use your second wind as a bonus action in battle, so that could be like I would use your, if we're gonna do a short rest. Huh?
But yeah, that's the thing, though. I might as well use it now if we're about to do a short rest.
Yep.
Because then it'll be available again after that rest. So I was
it's
waiting to
every
find
short
out.
Rest? Oh, holy crap! That's really good. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I
Yes.
forgot about that.
So that's what I wanted to do, was wait and find out if we were going to do a short rest before I use it.
Yeah, let's
so
go
that's
back
why I
into
want to use
this
it now.
room that doesn't have a smoky gem statue, and and let's just kind of like fortify in here and spend an hour on a short rest and recharge up some of our stuffs.
All right, I'm going to go and look up how the second wind works to make sure I roll it correctly.
Cool.
All right. So while he's looking that up, Erevan, are you moving into the room with them, or are you staying where you're at?
Hold on. She's AFK. 1 second. Hold on.
Oh, no problem. It doesn't really matter. It's just a short rest anyway. We will be ending soon, by the way. It's getting kind of late.
I figured. All right, I'm going to do my roll. Hold on.
Yep, go ahead. Yeah, we're just, healing up, basically.
Okay. Erevan lost Wi-Fi and had to like reconnect. Yeah, our Wi-Fi is kind of iffy, and we've been chugging it a lot tonight. But anyway, so she's reconnecting. I told her we're doing a short rest, so she's going to start updating her sheet, and then we can go over that when she comes back on. But yeah, that's what she's doing. So we're all going to go in this room, and we're all going to do a short rest. And if you want to, I've got several things I'm going to do. So let me know when you want me to resolve those. I'm updating the sheet, though.
Question: could I have used my bardic inspiration on my second wind?
No.
Or would that not count?
No, because it's not. Okay. It's not an attack ability check or
healing.
That's why I wanted to check.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's my hit dice on our spreadsheet that you got?
The spreadsheet, it is right below your HP and to the right. Or sorry, remaining hit dice is directly below HP. Max hit dice is below and to the right.
I don't see it on here.
Let me look at the sheet you're on.
I hope I'm not looking. No, I saw you updating, so I am looking at the right one. I see saves and temp HP, current HP, armor class, and that's it in that box.
I highlighted it in orange.
Is it possible I'm looking at an old version or something?
Possibly. I see you you're in the sheet.
Let me refresh it.
You're in the page. Oh, are you looking at the little, like, the colorful one?
Yeah.
That's like a little cheat sheet just to see like all your ability scores and stuff. I'm not actually updating that one. It gets auto updated. I should add hit dice there. That's a good point.
Yeah, no, that's the one I've been watching, and I saw that HP was getting updated. Okay, I'll go find the other one then.
That's the quick list, which is good. You're using that. That's why I made it. I didn't think about that. I will add that on there. That's a good point.
Thank you. I didn't realize we had two different sheets.
Yeah, the other one is easier to update, but this one pulls all the information from that sheet to make it easier to read.
Question: about what time of day is it now?
Well, you guys slept, and it was nighttime when you slept, and I'm pretty sure you were upstairs when you took your long rest.
That's right. Okay, so it's still early in the day,
it's early. You guys probably woke up around a little bit after dawn, maybe, and it's maybe like 2 hours into the day.
Okay, I'm not gonna use one of my hit dice now. Then it's only 4 more HP, and I can probably gain that back easily when next time I use my second wind. So
yeah, if you don't take any damage next round, which I mean you probably will, but if you don't, then yeah, you get a free heal.
Are you kidding? Now that I know how to be a ranged fighter, I'm never taking damage.
Just hurl your short swords.
Suddenly, where do you keep getting those silver short swords?
The funny thing is, you have a crossbow. It's just easier
because I'd have to waste a turn switching weapons.
Yeah, and it's not your bonus action. Both times you've used it, it's been your bonus action attack. So it's just convenient.
That would make a great comic.
I'm gonna mess with the hit dice thing later because it's gonna involve updating all the sheets. I know it's not a problem or anything right now, but that is a good point. I do need to add that. Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't figure it out what was going on. Like, I do not see it, but okay.
Yeah, no, I'm glad we got it though. So that's a good thing to add. And do you guys want Vanya to spend any hit dice? She's only missing 4 HP.
She's only missing 4, but I don't know like how many more rests we're gonna get, because it seems like we're getting towards the end of this. I'm guessing we're not gonna long rest before we finish it, and I feel like we'll be lucky if we get one more short rest. So I think I want to go ahead and use 1 hit dice, because that will definitely top her off.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll it in the stream.
All right.
I need to spend hit dice, because I'm only at 6 HP right now. I really need to
Song of Rest.
do that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
so you might want to save the hit dice, if only to pop Song of Rest. Because if you use one now, you're only getting 4 and you're wasting Song of Rest. If you save it till later, if she can survive, then you can pop it and heal more. So it's really about resources. It's, do you want to have her HP topped off as much as possible, or do you want to conserve hit dice in case she takes more damage later? Totally up to you.
Yeah, she can use Song of Rest basically every time we rest, right?
Yes, but you have to consume a hit die in order to use it.
That's fine. I think that I'm going to have her, Vanya, and Biggie each do 1 hit dice. With Song of Rest, and then they'll.
Vanya will just deal the full. There's no roll necessary.
What is the bonus from Song of Rest? Is it D6?
I'm pretty sure it's a D6, and I think it's plus the con mod. Also, let me see. Sorry, all my tabs closed, so I gotta.
Oh yeah,
I gotta find the right one. Rest. Maybe you have to roll, but
it's just an extra 1d6.
I think so. I don't know if there's any more flat on there. Let me see what it says. Regains an extra 1d6. So yeah, the minimum you could regain is 3. You have to roll a 1 on both Song of Rest and the hit die. So go for it. Roll a d8 and a d6.
Yeah, might as well. Okay, d8, 6. So that's 4 plus my con. So I regain 5. So that was actually good. I didn't even really waste it. Actually, I would have only regained 3 hit points. So I would not have been topped off. So now I am. So
that wasn't bad then.
That's for her, and then I'm going to go ahead and do Biggie. So Biggie's going to do 2d6, and that is 10. So Biggie is also topped out. Aravan, do you want to go ahead and you can roll them one at a time and see what you get. So I would roll one die with your Song of Rest. See what you get, and then decide if you want to roll another one.
Yep, and you do not get Song of Rest twice, but you can. Yeah, after you get get it on the first one and see if it gives you enough.
Yeah, it's on the first one.
So 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 2.
Okay. Give me a second.
No problem.
Trying to figure out how to do it again.
Are you rolling in the game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's weird because that's not a pre-made thing. Hit dice. I don't think there's a way to roll.
I can roll in the stream for you.
Well, you rolled a d8 and a d6. You did it. You actually did it right. You rolled a d6 and you rolled a d8. Those are the 2 dice you roll, and then you add.
Okay.
You can do it all in one. You can do it like this. I don't even know what the freaking context to roll. I think it's parentheses. No, in these 1d8 plus 1. I'm not actually rolling it for you. I'm just seeing if it works. No, I don't even know. Is it curly brackets?
Dang.
But it'd be like that, but with curly brackets, and it adds it all together. But rolling it separately works too. So we got 7 plus 2, so 7, 8, 9 HP you heal, and you had 6, so you're at 15. So you're 5 HP away from that, and one more hit dice will heal 1d8 plus 2. But if you wait until next rest, it's going to be 1d8 plus 6 plus 2.
Oh wait.
And I can't really say whether you guys are going to get another rest or not. That's totally up to you and your pacing. But I would always recommend healing, not over healing as much as possible, because healing is very, very rare in this game.
Yeah, in 4th edition, you could overheal. You had so many abilities to heal.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one, I was like, oh crap, I've actually got to play carefully.
Yeah, especially with Song of Rest, you really want to take advantage of that little bonus that you get, and you want to kind of optimize how many rests you take.
Yep.
All right, so I think everyone's healed up. Let me go through and check. Bardic Inspiration does not return. Arcane Recovery and... Oh, did you want to use Arcane Recovery, Nick? I mean, Big E?
Yes, Big E did use Arcane Recovery, so he now has 2 first level spell slots available. Also, his Blade Singer recovers. Oh wait, oh, that's what I'm supposed to look it up. And he's also going to cast a couple of rituals in a second when you're ready.
Oh yeah, I think that'll be the last thing. I'm just going to go through the sheets and make sure. Equal to or less than half your wizard level rounded up. Okay, so yeah, you still only get 1 slot until like 4th level, I think. So 2, and Vanya has healed. She doesn't recharge anything either. Neither does... Wow, you guys have everything is long rest except for Zoe has 2 short rests.
Yeah, right. Okay. The song is long rest. That's bullcrap.
Yeah, it's more of like a rage thing than a short rest thing.
Yeah, but I thought I specifically wrote down short rest, so obviously I just messed that up.
Yeah.
So I've just...
That's okay. Blade Singer's still pretty strong.
Yeah. I mean, I got spell slots, so I'm okay. I don't need a blade song.
Exactly. It's kind of like with my War Cleric, where he gets little bonuses, but once he uses them all up, that's it. But it still makes him a stronger fighter. All right. So yeah, that is all the sheet stuff. Go ahead, and what rituals would you like to cast during your rest, or during or after your rest?
Great. Okay, so first I want to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And so the casting time... Do you remember offhand, ritual takes an extra 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, so if it's 1 minute, then it's 11 minutes.
Okay, so Find Familiar is 1 hour casting time, and the other ritual I want to cast is 10 minutes. So then plus 10, so that's basically like an hour and a half. So we can just say we rested for an hour and a half, right?
Yes.
I mean, we rested for an hour, and then we sat there for 30 minutes while I finished my rituals.
Let me check something. Don't know if you can cast a ritual during a rest. I would say you can. I don't know why you couldn't. But you are sitting there casting a spell the whole time.
I think
I'm not going to take a lot of time looking it up, and if you can find something contradicting that, then cool. Otherwise, I will just allow you to do it this time, but I don't want to set that precedent. During which a character does nothing more strenuous than eating, blah, 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 blah. Eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds. So
for short rest?
I do think concentrating on a spell for a full hour would count as more strenuous, but I will allow it this time since it's really just Find Familiar and you've been waiting to cast anyway.
Okay.
But well, after this one, your rituals, casting any spell longer than like an action or 2 during a short rest would count against the time of the short rest. So if you're taking a short rest for an hour and the ritual takes 10 minutes, the short rest would have to take an hour and 10 minutes.
That's fine. But wait a minute. Is the reason I haven't casted it yet because I'm supposed to get charcoal, incense, and herbs consumed by fire in a brass brazier?
The brass brazier is not required. You do have to have those 3 components of at least 10 gold pieces worth.
So I don't.
However, you found charcoal upstairs. You found herbs upstairs. What was the other thing? Incense?
Incense. I found
one of the chests you guys found had some incense in it. Go ahead and consume your components. This is your one consumption of those components that you slowly gathered to cast your familiar.
Yes, great. Yeah, because I've been looking for that. And I think it just lasts. Like I think I summon it and make it go away, but I think until it dies, it just stays forever.
Yep. You can poof it into a pocket dimension as an action or a bonus action, but it stays forever until it dies or you dismiss it, or until you cast the ritual again.
Awesome. Okay, so I picked.
So yeah, you guys all rest. You catch the familiar. Before you start doing the other stuff, let me go ahead and get this so I can work on it. What form is your familiar going to take?
Oh gosh, choices. Okay, so let's see. Bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, poisonous fish. Oh, poisonous snake, fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, or weasel.
Since you clearly haven't pre-researched this, I will allow you one mulligan after you guys finish this dungeon, whether you would like to change your familiar after we exit without having to find the components again. After that, though, it is permanent until you recast the spell. But if you want to just pick one so we can move on and then change it later, I won't make you go into the details because there are very many different ones with many different bonuses and negatives.
Yeah, I've kind of yeah, you're right. I didn't research and pick which one I wanted. But I mean, I actually have before, but just not recently. So,
yeah.
Can we just say I have one more charge worth of the components? Basically, I was able to use half of them.
No, I will allow you to. I will allow you to change your familiar one time at the end of this dungeon, for no cost, or you can keep it at the end of this dungeon if you like it. But after that, the components are consumed.
Okay.
The magic is fickle. You've used low quality materials. The magic is fickle, and it's the familiar is shifting this whole time. And until you guys walk out of the magic of this creepy house, its form is malleable one time, and after that, it's set.
Okay.
So, DM handwave magic, and what form do you want?
Okay, so I think that. Oh wow, here's a list. I think I want to go with rat.
All right.
Because I mean, I know flying is good, and I really should probably do that. But I think that. Oh, but wait, should I do rat or weasel? If I do weasel, I get advantage on hearing, sight, and I get perception and stealth. Rat, however, I get dark vision. So maybe rat's good.
Oh, you have dark vision.
Yeah, but my rat would get dark vision.
Oh, weasel doesn't have dark vision?
Nope, spiders do.
Ooh. Rat doesn't have any way to see in the dark. If you sent it down a dark dungeon, it wouldn't be able to see shit.
No, weasel doesn't have.
I mean, sorry. Your familiar, if it didn't have dark vision, wouldn't be able to see shit if you sent it to scout. Doesn't matter how far it can see, how slowly it can move if it can't see. So yeah, dark vision, honestly.
While you guys are discussing that, I'm going to go let the dog out. I'll be back in a minute or two.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Spider looks cool, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get squished.
I mean, any of your familiars are gonna get squished, to be honest. They all have low HP. Ain't nothing gonna change that.
Cats are cool. Frogs have dark vision. Lizards have dark vision and climb.
Hug.
Are they just straight up better than rats? I feel like rats have got to have like a better stat or something.
Rats have keen smell. Lizards have climb.
What's keen smell? They can
probably like advantage.
Have advantage
smell,
on
perception checks related to smell. Okay,
probably.
It seems like lizard's really a good one for a dungeon area because I can have it climb up away from things and it can see.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to summon a lizard familiar.
Okay, but consider this. Look at Discord image.
Okay. I know. But it's just keen smell. What does that do? Keen smell.
Yeah, I mean, if it can already see in the dark. That's a good point. What does lizard do?
Climb and dark vision.
Yeah, climb is kind of nice. It can like hide on. It's basically whether it can hide better because it's gonna hide on the wall.
And the ceilings. I could hide on the ceilings and be out of the reach of enemies.
True. Especially on tall ceilings.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, lizard's good, and plus, yeah, it can change. So if you decide later, you're like, you know what, I'd rather have this or that, then that's fine. You could even change it to something that's flying. So. Hello. Welcome back.
Hi. I just went in the call for no reason.
Oh, hi, Lily. I'm still streaming, FYI.
Yeah, I was going on the call. I was like, wait a minute, are they still playing D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, we're probably
Bye.
not. Oh, bye. We're probably not going to finish
oh wait,
the thing,
what were you
but
gonna say?
I was just saying we're probably not going to like finish the whole dungeon tonight. But I mean, at least until we trigger the next thing, you know.
Pretty much, yeah. Combat to combat.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna actually watch the live stream.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What
All right.
else?
So you got a little Lizzie familiar, and your rest is ending.
I also want to cast Detect Magic as a ritual. And so when we end our short rest, basically, I'm concentrating on that. And I'm going to use that to scan stuff. Everything.
All right.
So I summon, so I sit on the floor and I burn my little incense things using my prestidigitation. And suddenly a little spectral, like, lizard poofs out of the flame. And it licks its eyeball and scurries around.
Aww.
And then I reach out my hand and it scurries up onto my shoulder. And I go, "Oh, hello, little guy. I'm going to call you Lizard Biggie." And it goes, and then it, like, licks its eye. Aw, cute little guy. And he's, like, tickling under its chin.
All right. You have a lizard biggie. Oh my God, it's a lizard biggie. Lizard biggie, and it looks kind of like me.
and
Kind of like me.
its skin feels like my mother's skin.
Gross.
Okay, so I think we're done. Vanya and Biggie are all set, and Biggie has got Detect Magic on, and he's just waving it in front of him like a Ghost Hunter flashlight. So if you guys are ready, we can go back into the statue room.
All right. I'm just finishing something up, and then that will be good.
Okay, let me know once you're ready, and then then we can start resolving the room. I don't even care. I'm gonna stay up until 3 a.m. watching both live streams back to back.
Bruh.
Especially in the first 30 minutes when I was paying zero attention to anything going on in the game, I was focusing on setting up my stream. The first time, like I think like 9:15, you're like, okay, what does Biggie do? And I'm like, huh?
Sorry. This takes a lot of steps. There we go. Wait. Fuck. I saved it as a JPEG, not a PNG. Whatever. Lizzie has a border for now.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right. So you finish your rest and you go into this room and you have Detect Magic on, you said?
Yes, and what I want to do is, I want to scan the entire perimeter, all these skeletons, and the statues, both of them, and I want to scan all... Actually, Detect Magic is out to 30 feet, so I should pretty much be able to, like, sense everything in here. I'm just kind of, like, spinning around. And I also want to do investigations and, like, knowledge checks on everything, but I'm not touching anything. I'm like Sherlock Holmes investigator Biggie.
I'm back,
All
by
right.
the way.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So make a perception check.
Okay. Perception check. Dice roller. Perception. And... Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
19,
Yes.
natural.
Nat 20.
All right.
And that's going to be...
Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, nat 20. What was the check again?
Perception.
Okay, so +2. But yeah, nat 20.
All right. So you look around this room and you're kind of like waving your hand over and scanning it mystically and trying to see if you sense anything. You don't sense. You sense a latent magic in the room. You cannot pinpoint it to any specific object, but there is definitely magic in the air. Although you don't see anything, there's nothing that you can like pinpoint and sense it on, you know what I mean? But there is definitely magic in the area, and it's not coming just from you or your allies. However, while you walk around the room and carefully inspect everything, even though you're not touching it, this wall right here looks like it's this all the walls are like dirt and clay and stucco and stuff. This wall looks like it's a slightly different color, like the rest of the walls have aged longer, like this has not quite doesn't have quite the patina of the rest of the wall, but it's very, very hard to tell. It's like the difference between like copper that's aged like a year versus copper that's aged like a year and a half. But you can tell there is a slight difference between like the wall to the left and the right and this wall right here in the center. With your natural 20 without touching anything. Along with that, you look at the skeletons and their bones look brittle and they look like they've been chained up for a long time, have not moved. They've collected dust and kind of just eroded in place. The statue looks like it's not bolted down. It's just resting there. Does look very finely made, but you don't notice any catches or switches or levers on it. And the orb is definitely freestanding in its hand. Do you get that? Are you there?
Hey,
sorry,
you're muted. You're muted.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, one of us is muted.
Sorry. No, all I said was, I might have said something else, but I was just repeating what you said. The orb, what can I figure out? I mean, I did a perception check, but like arcana-wise, like, does this look like something
Make a religion check.
Okay. I want to know if it's something that I want or something that I don't want. I just want that wheel or woe. That's all I want. Okay, hold on. Low. 4 plus 5, so 9. Oh,
okay.
And Vanya's guidancing me, because look, she's standing right next to me, so she's totally guidancing me.
Alright, sure.
It's gonna be a 12. Okay.
Alright.
Made that work.
Go ahead and give me a straight intelligence check also, to go along with that religion check you just made.
Fine. It's plus 3. Here we go. Oh, you can't see. It's a nat 1, so...
Okay. So you look at the statue and it feels like it looks familiar, but you can't pinpoint it. You don't seem to recall it from any of the religious lore you've studied, but it seems like just the way he's posed and the way it's carved and honorably placed in here, it feels like it's a very important person, important figure, but you don't really know who it is. You don't know the significance of anything else related to it. The orb itself appears... It doesn't appear like any magic item. There's no like flowing clouds in it or anything like that. It's not very outright a magic item, but it does look valuable. It looks like it could be something that maybe a wizard or something like that would use. You just don't know what it specifically would do with your checks. I kind of took all that into account. It's kind of like a religion / arcana check. I just chose religion because it's more religion based.
I'd like Vanya to try to use the help action to get any more knowledge.
For the religion check.
I'm actually trained in religion. Do you want me to come in there and run a check?
What's your intelligence? Probably. Vanya is, but she's got a 0 intelligence. What's your intelligence? You know what? Actually, you come in, because I'm playing Vanya, so yes, I would love if you would do that.
My intelligence is plus 0.
Okay.
But I trained in religion specifically.
Great, then yes, please.
We have that little thing. If you train, you get little bonuses. Well, I don't know how typically that'll come into play, but yeah, go ahead and do it. You're going to still be doing the help action.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to roll a d20, and then I guess I have to roll again if you something, whatever DM says.
I got a 5.
Sorry, hold on one second.
We're just not gonna know what that orb is, and we're just gonna have to YOLO at some point. Because it doesn't really look like something I want to leave here.
It looks like it's removable. It looks like someone placed it there. It looks like it is a. You rolled a 5. You said, Zoe.
Yes.
Yeah, I see it. It does. It looks like something that was given to this statue as an honorific. You don't know if that means it has monetary value. You don't know if that means it has magical value. It definitely looks valuable. If you want to steal it from the statue, it'd be the same as stealing anything else from a creepy haunted dungeon. But you can't tell anything one way or another. It doesn't reflect any magic items you know of. It doesn't ring any bells or off-put any magic, and your detect magic does not detect anything on it. So as far as you know, it's not magical, but it is removable, and it looks like it could be valuable. It kind of resembles like a crystal orb focus that a wizard might use.
Did we ever get one of the rogues to come up and inspect it for traps?
We don't have any rogues.
One of the rogues.
Caravan is kind of roguey.
Okay, so does anybody here want to check for traps before I take it off of the statue?
Big E made a 20 perception check, natural, and he was kind of inspecting the whole room. I said he doesn't see any catches or locks or anything like that on it that would stand out as anything spectacular. So if there was a trap, he would have found it with that.
I want to go ahead and take the orb.
Well, wait, before you take the orb, I want to see what this wall thing up here is.
All right. What are you doing? So you look at the wall, and it looks like it's a different color. It looks like maybe it pooches out a little bit more than the rest of the wall.
Yeah, I want to
but without touching it, you don't.
I want to use my sword and kind of like chip the dirt away and see what's underneath. And Vanya is right behind Biggie.
All right. So you kind of chip away at it just a little bit, and the material that's covering it kind of flakes away like a thin clay type material. Second.
Oh, and I'm gonna have my lizard climb on the wall. Like,
okay.
Not the one I'm digging on, like, next to it. Like, just so he's close by.
Like here? On the wall?
Yeah.
This one? Okay. You chip away at it slowly, and it's slowly sloughing off little bits of clay. You've seen bits of like rock and dirt falling from the walls before, but this kind of seems like it was deliberately like placed on here. And you slowly chip away, and about an inch or two below the surface, you see little bits of wood start to appear.
Well, I'm gonna keep digging. I want to see what's going on here.
All right, you chip away, and you hack at this wall, slowly chipping off bits, and eventually you reveal just enough to see a very an ordinary wooden door, although it looks like it is rotted away with time, and it's still kind of glued to the wall because there's clay covering it, so until you remove all the clay, it's stuck. But if you completely clear away all the clay, there is a door here. Would take probably a couple minutes just to sit there and chip it all away.
I want to do that. Unless someone is against it, I would like to chip it away. I want to see I want to get through this door.
All right, you sit there and chip away, and it is completely chipped away, and this half-rotted wooden door sits there before you, doesn't really have a door handle, has one of those little like things where you can slide your hand in and like push or pull it open.
Okay, this doesn't matter because I already did it, but as I was using my sword, Vanya is gonna hand her shovel to Biggie and be like, this might help you a little bit more. She's like, oh, thanks. And then he's like, wait, I've been sitting here chipping for like a while, like, why did you mention that? And she's like, it was just getting sad.
It was funny at first, but then I just got bored.
It's a silver sword, and he's like, digging in clay with it. It's all gross now. Okay, before I open the door, I want to inspect it.
All right. It looks like a very rotten wooden door. There's little bits of clay stuck to it and chips of wood that have chipped out as you hit it with your sword a bunch. Your sword is not stuck to it up to this point.
My detect magic is still up. It's not pinging.
No magic whatsoever right here.
Okay, I want to carefully open the door.
All right. You slowly pull the door open.
And the second mimic bites me.
The second mimic drops down from the ceiling. We're just waiting this whole time.
There's 9 mimic doors in this dungeon, and we quit the game forever.
This is actually the Book of Mimics that we've been playing this whole time. It was just a trap to get you down here.
By the way, your shield is a mimic too.
Everyone's mimic. You get a mimic.
Oh my god! Imagine that we should role play that. Where it's like, and you sit in the chair and it's a mimic. Okay, I open the chest. It's a mimic. I open the door. It's a mimic, and literally, it's like, can we be done with the mimic?
I loot the chest. I pick up the sword. It's a mimic.
It's the house of many mimics.
You look in a mirror. You're a mimic.
You're in the bathroom. Grab some toilet paper. Mimic.
Each sheet is an individual
but the toilet paper doesn't turn into mimic until you're mid-wipe.
It sticks to your butt.
Oh god, no, please.
But yeah, you pull this door open. It slowly creaks and snaps away from its station as you pull it slowly open, and it cracks and creaks and groans on its old rotten hinges. And it reveals a dusty passageway with stone stairs leading up to a ladder. The passage, the stone staircase is covered with fallen bits of clay dust. There's not really any regular dust because it's been sealed, but little bits of clay dust and, rotten bits of fallen wood and that kind of stuff.
Okay, this screams escape tunnel to me. I have no idea where it's going to come up to, but I bet it's not just another room. So I think we should just keep in mind that if we need a quick way out of the dungeon, we can do this instead of running, all the way back up. But that's just a guess. But usually secret door ladders are something of this sort. So, I'm not going to go up the ladder. That's the assumption Biggie's making. Vanya's like, what is it? And Biggie's like, looks like an escape ladder. Well, okay, I guess we can go ahead with the orb and snatch that, and then we can head to the bedroom, and then we go downstairs to the monster, I guess? Those are my thoughts. So,
sounds good.
Biggie is going to stay here by this door, with the door open, just in case he has to call ass. And he says, "Okay, go ahead, Zoe. Hey, is there any spells that we can, anything to do or no?" Okay.
I mean, you can do inspiration and stuff like that, or guidance, but
okay. So Biggie pulls his hat down, covering his eyes. And he's he's not blind, okay? He's just cringing, and he's like, okay, take the orb. But throw something over it, like the Palantir in Lord of the Rings, just in case. Throw a towel over it or something.
I walk up to it with the golden idol in hand. I look at it carefully, and I very, very, very quickly roll the idol off while I grab the ball.
You lick your lips and flex your fingers, and then bah!
Yeah. All right, now I go ahead and I want to take the ball.
All right. Hold on.
Vanya gave guidance to Zoe. Just to get that help.
Guidance.
Saving throw.
I do. Okay, so Zoe has guidance. Don't forget that. Yeah, that works. All right, so you grab the orb quickly, and what did you do with it?
I just picked it up and held it in my hand.
All right, you pick it up and quickly, and nothing happens. And you look at the orb, and as you turn it in your hand, it looks like the smoke is flowing, but only when you're turning it. It's like a trick of the light, and all that. And as you go to like put the orb away or do whatever you're gonna do with it, you hear a faint hissing sound in the distance. There's not really a distance because you're like in the middle of like a cave, but it's in the distance, and then it's slowly getting closer. And then around you, is there any light in the room? Has Vanya cast light? It's on her mace, right?
I did not light anything.
She's left it on her mace this whole time.
Yeah, because she can't see otherwise. So it's on her mace, so the light kind of casts and lights up the whole room. But you guys have your shadows and the statue's shadow and like the shadows of the skeletons. But then suddenly, like, some shadows appear that don't seem to be tied to any objects. And they just kind of start to coalesce, and it seems like they're starting to become solid. And 5 shadows appear and they swarm and begin to attack you.
And I want to toss the ball at Biggie and turn and run away.
They turn and look at Biggie now.
I'm kidding.
Here, Biggie, catch her!
He took it. Sleight of hand, put it into his bag.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yikes. Okay. All right. So, yep. Roll initiative, but it's midnight, so we'll end there.
Let's roll initiative at the start of the next game.
Yeah. I mean, roll initiative as in this would be an initiative. Yeah.
Zach should make another character.
Spaghettios.
That way, when he fails his 3 death saves from getting one-rounded, then his other character can stumble in. Hey guys, what's going on? I was just in here.
I was going to say, how am I going to get this character introduced to just run into you randomly in the bottom of this basement? You know, I mean, it's not like it's in the middle of the town. And I bump into you guys. Oh, hey.
I will say, I'm assuming Lily's having fun. Shit, that's level 5. Never mind. I was gonna say she could destroy the shit out of these with turn undead, but that's not till level 5.
Oh, radiant.
Still radiant. I mean, so this is really where Vanya shines, literally, like hella. So make sure Lily understands that it's not like, oh, you're a cleric, you're throwing spells in the back. This is the dungeon of an undead monster. And this whole campaign is kind of a campaign of undead monsters, and she's the goat in this. If you stay, I know she was tired, not feeling it. I'm not saying she left early or anything, but
she is definitely having fun. She just starts to lose stamina towards the end.
It's midnight. We've been here for 4.5 hours. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, as long as I just want her to know that it's like, it feels boring sometimes, but it has to be boring until these moments come when you, as the cleric, you go, oh, we're about to get swarmed by 5 shadows. Oh, they're all dead. Moving on. Like those badass. That's like the ultimate badass moment. I don't even have it. You guys don't have to roll knowledge checks. She can blast the shit out of them. With that spell that she saved, that deals, what is it, like 2d bullshit damage to every undead in range. 2d10 plus 2, half damage on a save to every single creature in 30 feet.
2d10, okay. Yeah, I was trying to look it up.
It's 2d10, half on a save, and it's a con save. The only penalty is she could literally one-shot every single one of these if she rolls high enough. So, yeah, make sure she knows that, and if she doesn't, I mean, someone's playing her character. It's not like that's not going to happen. That's pretty much going to happen. This is kind of a no-contest fight, but it would be cool if she is here and able to do that, because that's like that. These are like the ultimate character moments. It's like when there's a locked door and it's like the rogue gets to lockpick the door and you guys save the day.
Yeah, Zach is like...
Or there's a bunch of enemies spawning and I'm in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Hey, if you were a cleric...
he can hit all 5 of them, so he's literally like surrounded by these demonic shadows that are about to rip his soul from his body, and he's like eeping, and then Vanya is like, by the light of hell, and just fucking blast.
Yeah.
I look at the shadows around me, I crack my knuckles, and I say, let's open this jar of pickles.
You're like, I could have done that, but I didn't get a chance to because you killed them all. I would have done better. Yeah. So I know it kind of sounded like you were explaining to her turn undead for the ghouls, which is why I could tell she was excited to use that. I didn't even consider this encounter when I was discouraging it. I just didn't want her to waste it, but I'm glad she did not waste it. Because this is a much, much better opportunity.
Yeah, it's all in the same room, so you can just blast them all. Well, that was the thing about the ghouls is she didn't really have line of sight, so it's like, but you don't know if you're gonna. But I guess the odds are pretty high that we were gonna fight more undeads in this dungeon.
Exactly. Yeah, this is just the ultimate opportunity to use it. I would recommend as a DM, as a player, not just someone running the mission, to use it, just for the badass moment, if nothing else. So make sure she understands, because we're not gonna play for 2 weeks, but make sure when we go back, she's gonna know she's the badass. Even if they all succeed on their save, that's still like minimum 5 damage to every single one of them.
Yeah,
that's minimum 25 damage, maximum instant kill every single creature. So regardless, there's about to be a badass in here, and I hope she's here to have that. Not that she would, just wanted to make sure she is. But so, are we playing your game next week then?
Yeah, I think let's just keep on that. Although I was kind of thinking about it, and I was thinking it might be fun sometimes to do more like 2 and 2, because when we prepare content, we prepare more than 1 session's worth, and then it might help us. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's best for momentum. I'm just happy that we're playing again after a break. But since it's now been the longest since my session, let's go ahead and do mine next week. And then after that, we'll decide. But I kind of feel like we really just want to switch back and forth each week because you're excited to get the other story. Kind of like when you watch Game of Thrones or something. Like, they get you hooked into something, and then there's a cliffhanger, and then they switch to a different story. And like, you keep doing the new episode because you're trying to see what the last cliffhanger was.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go off the call now.
Go ahead.
You guys are just after session chatting is what I call it.
Thank you.
Yes,
bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. In fact, we can just wrap up on the call, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. So thanks everyone who's watching, and by that I mean myself in about 20 minutes. But no, this was awesome. That was crazy how it crapped out in the middle, but it's easy. I just start stream and just add part 2 at the end. So I'd call this a success, and I'm going to listen to it. I was kind of messing with the volume as we were going. I think it was quieter towards the beginning because on my software it's redlining. But then when I was listening to it, it seemed like I had the volume turned way up. So if you guys do watch the stream, any advice that you have about volumes or anything else, or what you liked or didn't like, if you give me feedback, I'll try to improve it next time. And I think this went great. So I'm planning to, and it was really easy. Once I set it up, I was just able to focus on the game. So it's really cool. A cool way to capture what happened. I think I'll keep that up. So, all right, I'm ending the stream now. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and ring
that notification bell.
Oh god, next time. Oh, that's how I'm starting the whole thing. I'm gonna go into a 5-minute thing. Oh, and then I have to do what's it called? Epic Heroes or whatever.
Oh yeah, Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah,
not a sponsor.
I'm gonna start doing those, like, even though I'm not sponsored. just to be dumb. Okay. Anyway, bye everyone.
Bye.